Yeah, Wagwan, big ups in it, bruv. It's your boy, Dino. I know exactly I haven't been active these past 3 days, but I've been busy and I could care less. Plus, there's no funny news going on at the minute, so I'm just kind of holding out until Philip DeFranco drops something and I can steal an idea of him. In the meantime, I'm just gonna have a chat with you guys. So I want to keep it honest as much as possible. I am a very, very insecure person, or at least I was for a few years. From the time that I was 14 years old, I felt horrible about my body, about my image, about my height in particular. And I would constantly mask up this insecurity by trying to act a little bit more bravado, or I would just talk much louder than everyone else in the room so everybody knows who's the big boss in charge. And I was good like that for a good long while until I hit 19, where I was constantly looking at everybody around me and thinking that this person's judging me and this person cares about how I look, and what if this person doesn't like me? I was constantly riddled with anxiety every single day when I would go outside. Every single time I met new people, I felt like a belly of nerves in my stomach. Just because I thought nobody wanted to be around an ugly little weirdo like me. And you know what's crazy? One day I just kind of sat up and I'm like, you know what? Nobody cares. And I mean literally nobody actually cares. Every stranger you meet on the street, like the most that they'll do is maybe in passing a look at you and say, huh, I'm a bit taller than that guy, huh, I'm a bit bigger than that guy, huh, that guy's a bit fatter than me. But beyond that split second, they don't care. And I realized this when I started working. My first proper job was as a cleaner in a care home. And before every shift, I was just full of these like uncomfortable feelings, like I don't want to be judged by other people. Like, and when you start working and when you start actually doing stuff, you start to realize that outside of high school, people evolve to the point where they're like, bro, I'm just too busy with my own stuff to even give you a second thought. Once you become an adult and you have to start paying your own bills and driving to and fro work, trying to secure houses and all that stuff, all of it just melts away. It's not like you were when you were younger, where people were in such a small social environment. So everything that you would talk about was literally, what's this one doing? And how's the little boy of your, it's a little boy, oh God. What's Rebecca up to? She's with Jason. Because the world gets that much bigger that quickly. Now, I'm not saying that's everywhere you work, because I have literally worked with 50-year-old women who act like 12-year-old schoolgirls, gossiping and bickering amongst each other about, this one didn't do this. And if that's you, you're pathetic. But overall, as time went on, my insecurities started to melt away because I realized I'm such a small fish in a gigantic pond. Anybody who's focusing on me and my life and how I look and act, well, their life is just pathetic and sad. Now, why am I making this video? It's because I've realized that a lot of my analytics are younger men. And I want those younger men to understand that it's gonna be okay. The reason I make these YouTube videos is A, to make people smile, and B, I just like doing it. And if I can make someone feel better about themselves from laughing at the shit I say, well, that's a win for me because that's all I'm aiming to do. But if I can also help someone who is in a similar boat to what I experienced, well, that's the best possible win for me. So I want to make it clear to you young men and young women, and to you grown people that are still going through that awkward transition stage, because there's no shame in being insecure about your body as a grown person too. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be rough the first year, but it gets easier every year after that. Nothing is gonna mentally prepare you for stepping into the real world. And I wish someone would have told me that before I stood in the real world, because mentally, there's just nothing like it when you're a kid. There's gonna be lots of challenges and there's gonna be lots of people, but I can promise you for a fact, whatever you look at on your own body and you feel a bit insecure about, that shit will give you strength tenfold. I'll give myself as an example. I can't grow a beard, I'm short as shit. I have a weird pot belly. So do you know what I did? I focused on my personality and try and make myself a better person. And you know what? I really wish I had that beard, but what can you do? But no, honestly, I do think it made me a better person overall because I didn't have to rely on my looks to get me by in life. I had to become a person that someone wants to be around. So if you're thinking to yourself, my physical attributes are gonna get me everywhere I need, they're just simply not, mate. Even if you're an ultra mega Chad or a Barbie, at the end of the day, if you have a personality that's similar to stale toast, nobody's gonna wanna be around you unless they're trying to get that dick in their mouth. Overall, I want you guys to understand this message. Take what makes you you and turn it into a positive. Oh, you have a weird leg? I can do the stanky leg better than you. Oh, that was terrible. Don't see what you have as a disadvantage at all, because it's not. It's just what makes you such a unique individual. So lads and ladies, whether you're tall, whether you're fat, Whether you're hung like a horse like me, or have a tiny little shrimp willy like Reiska. And that's not a comment on his race, it's simply because he has tiny dick energy. Just understand that you're not the only one judging your own body and yourself. Because everybody else is looking at themselves and doing the exact same thing. So if everybody's insecure, then nobody should be insecure. Thank you all for listening. Sometimes I just want to talk. And sometimes I just want to pass off my very limited life advice. If you're interested in hearing more, and you're not an ugly tiny little goblin with weird toes, ew, you would consider subscribing. But if you weren't a weird little goblin with ugly toes, you would totally subscribe. Thanks for watching Short Kings and Short Queens. Try and smile a little bit. You only get the one body. See you later, guys.